In the history of the wizarding world, we are taught that the victory against the Dark Lord was won by the Chosen One. We celebrate the boy who lived. We mourn the fallen. But we often forget the single, fragile thread that held this entire tapestry together. It wasn't a prophecy. It wasn't a wand. It was a secret buried in the heart of a man who looked like a villain, but died a hero. Always. One word. One emotion. Severus Snape's love for Lily Potter was the only reason Albus Dumbledore had a spy. It was the only reason Harry Potter survived his first year. It was the only reason Voldemort ultimately fell. But what if that love never existed? What if Severus Snape looked at Lily Evans and saw nothing but a mudblood? What if the only thing he felt for the Potters was pure, unadulterated hatred? Today, we enter the darkest timeline, a world where the boy who lived dies, a world where Dumbledore falls, a world where Lord Voldemort wins, not because he was stronger, but because his most dangerous servant was truly loyal. Buckle up, we are about to rewrite history, and in this version, there is no happy ending.
Chapter 1: The Hilltop That Remained Empty. To understand how this world ends, we must go back to the inciting incident, the winter of 1980. In the original timeline, Severus Snape overhears the prophecy at the Hogshead Inn. He runs to Voldemort. But then, realizing Voldemort interprets the prophecy to mean Lily Potter's son, Snape breaks. Panic consumes him. He meets Dumbledore on a windy hilltop, begging for her life. He sells his soul to the light side, effectively becoming a double agent from that night forward. In our new timeline, Snape hears the prophecy. He reports it to the Dark Lord. The one with the power to vanquish the Dark Lord approaches, born to those who have thrice defied him. Voldemort smiles. He deduces it is the Potter boy. He tells Snape, "I will kill them all, the father, the mother, the child." And Snape? He doesn't flinch. He doesn't beg. Why would he? Lily Evans is just a memory of a girl who chose an arrogant bully like James Potter. In this version of reality, Snape has purged himself of sentiment. He is a Death Eater through and through. He bows, says, "My lord," and walks away. This is the first catastrophe. Dumbledore is never warned. Remember, Dumbledore only knew Voldemort was targeting the Potters specifically because Snape told him. Without that intel, the Order of the Phoenix is blind. They know there is a spy, Wormtail, but they don't know the attack is imminent. The Potters might still use the Fidelius charm, but perhaps they aren't as rushed. Or perhaps, without Dumbledore's urgent pressure, they rely on lesser protections. But let's assume the timeline flows similarly. Wormtail betrays them. October 31st, 1981 arrives.
Chapter 2: No Choice, No Sacrifice. This is the moment everything changes. The physics of magic in Harry Potter are very specific. We need to talk about sacrificial protection. Many fans misunderstand this. Lily dying for Harry wasn't enough to save him. James died for Harry too, just moments before, but it didn't trigger the ancient magic. Why? Because James was given no choice. Voldemort just killed him. In the original timeline, Snape begged Voldemort to spare Lily. Voldemort, honoring his servant's request, told Lily, "Stand aside, you silly girl. Stand aside and you happen." He gave her a choice to live. She chose to die. That choice is what sealed the magic pact that rebounded the killing curse. But tonight, Snape never asked for her life. Voldemort enters the room. Lily screams. She stands in front of the crib. Voldemort does not hesitate. He does not negotiate. He does not offer mercy. He sees a mudblood standing in his way. Avada Kedavra. She dies like a soldier in war, brave but futile. And because she was never given the option to step aside, the old magic is never evoked. There is no shield on Harry's skin, no blood protection. Voldemort turns his wand to the baby in the crib. He speaks the words again. The curse strikes. There is no rebounding. There is no lightning bolt scar. The boy who lived becomes the boy who died. October 31st, 1981 marks the end of the First Wizarding War. but not with a celebration. It ends with the total victory of Lord Voldemort.
Chapter 3: The Fall of the Order. The aftermath is swift and brutal. With the Chosen One threat eliminated, Voldemort has no reason to go into hiding. He is at the height of his power. He has the Elder Wand, potentially, or he seeks it soon after. He has an army, and most importantly, he has a fully loyal, uncompromised Severus Snape. Let's talk about Snape's role in this new empire. Without his love for Lily, Snape has no tether to humanity. He embraces the dark arts completely. He is a potions genius, a spell creator, remember Sectum Sempra, and a master legilimens. Voldemort values competence above all else. Bellatrix is loyal but insane. Lucius is wealthy but cowardly. Snape? Snape is efficient. Snape becomes Voldemort's Heinrich Himmler, the architect of the regime's ideology and strategy. What happens to Dumbledore? This is where it gets interesting. Dumbledore is powerful, perhaps the only one Voldemort fears, but the Order is demoralized. The prophecy has failed, or so they think. The baby is dead. Hope is a dangerous thing to lose. The Ministry of Magic falls within weeks, not years, weeks. Imperious curses on key officials, assassinations of Aurors. Barty Crouch Sr. is executed. Dumbledore retreats to Hogwarts, turning the school into a fortress. But for how long can he hold out? But wait, there was another. The prophecy mentioned a child born at the end of July, Neville Longbottom. With Harry dead, Dumbledore realizes his mistake. The prophecy must have meant the other boy. But the Death Eaters are efficient. In the original timeline, Bellatrix, Rodolphus, and Barty Crouch Jr. tortured the Longbottoms into insanity after Voldemort fell, trying to find him. In this timeline, they don't need to find Voldemort. They are sent to eliminate the backup threat. Snape, with his cold efficiency, doesn't torture for fun like Bellatrix. He executes for results. Frank and Alice die. Does Neville survive? Perhaps Dumbledore manages to secure him just in time. Perhaps Grand Longbottom escapes with him. So now we have a fugitive resistance. Albus Dumbledore on the run with a traumatized toddler, Neville Longbottom, the boy who almost was.
Chapter 4: The Dystopian 90s. Fast forward 10 years, the year Harry would have received his letter. The world is unrecognizable. Muggles are beginning to notice something is wrong. Strange weather patterns, bridges collapsing, mysterious deaths. The International Statute of Secrecy is hanging by a thread, or perhaps Voldemort has already torn it down, establishing wizards as the ruling class over Muggles. Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry is still open, but under new management. Headmaster, Severus Snape, appointed by the Dark Lord to mold the next generation. Imagine a Hogwarts where defense against the dark arts is just the dark arts, where Muggle studies is a class on how to hunt and control non-magical populations, where Gryffindors are persecuted and Slytherins are the elite police force. Snape as headmaster in this timeline is terrifying. He isn't protecting students from the Carrows. He is the commander of the Carrows. He is teaching young Draco Malfoy not just to be a bully, but to be a killer. There is no Hermione Granger. As a Muggle-born, she would have been snatched by Snatchers at age 11, or worse, never allowed to hold a wand. Her brilliance is lost to the world. There is no Ron Weasley at Hogwarts. The Weasleys are blood traitors, likely in hiding or imprisoned in Azkaban for supporting Dumbledore. And where is Voldemort? He is immortal. He has his Horcruxes. He has faced no backlash. He rules from Malfoy Manor or the Ministry. He is looking for the final threat, Dumbledore and the Longbottom boy.
Chapter 5: The Last Stand of Neville Longbottom. We have to ask, could Neville Longbottom fill Harry's shoes? In the canon, Neville had the heart of a lion, but he grew up with crippling insecurity, partly because of his grandmother and Snape's bullying. Here, growing up on the run with Dumbledore, Neville would be different, hardened, focused. He doesn't have Harry's natural talent for flying or sass, but he has grit. He has herbology. He has a different kind of magic. Dumbledore knows he is running out of time. The curse on his hand from the ring Horcrux might still happen if he tries to hunt them alone. But without Snape to slow the poison, Dumbledore dies much faster. Let's assume Dumbledore dies around 1995 in this timeline, leaving a 15-year-old Neville to lead the resistance.
But here is the fatal flaw in the Resistance's plan: intelligence. In the original story, Harry won because he knew things. He knew about the Horcruxes because Dumbledore showed him. He knew Voldemort's mind because of the connection. Neville has no connection to Voldemort. He has no scar. And most critically, the Order has no spy. They don't know where the Horcruxes are. They don't know Voldemort's movements. Every mission they launch is a trap set by Headmaster Snape. Without Snape passing information to the Order, the Resistance is systematically slaughtered. They are fighting a war against an enemy who knows their every move, while they know nothing.
Chapter 6: The Butterfly Effect. Analysis. It is terrifying to realize how much of the good side's victory relied on the silence of one man. Snape's love for Lily didn't just save Harry, it saved the sword of Gryffindor. Snape gave it to them. It saved Draco's soul. Snape took the kill for him. It saved Dumbledore from a painful, humiliating death. It saved the students of Hogwarts from torture during the final year. In our dark timeline, Snape likely lives a long life. He becomes the most celebrated potions master in history under the Dark Regime. He probably invents cures for diseases, pushes the boundaries of magic, and retires with honors. He wins. But he dies alone, with a soul that is completely, irrevocably mutilated. Voldemort eventually conquers Europe. Maybe he looks toward the Muggles next. A global war. Nuclear weapons versus magic. The world burns. All because a teenage boy on a playground couldn't let go of his prejudice. All because he called her a mudblood and stopped caring.
The power of love deconstructed. J.K. Rowling's central theme was always that love is the most powerful magic. It sounds cliché. It sounds like a fairy tale trope. But when you remove that love from the equation, specifically Severus Snape's love, the entire structural integrity of the story collapses. Logic dictates that evil should have won. Voldemort was stronger, smarter, and had more resources. The only glitch in his system was a broken heart. So, would Voldemort win if Snape didn't love Lily? The answer is an unequivocal yes. He would win quickly, he would win absolutely, and the wizarding world would enter an age of darkness that might never end. What do you think? Could Neville have defeated a Voldemort who had Snape as his general? Or is the world doomed without the double agent? Let me know your theory in the comments below. If you enjoyed this descent into darkness, like and subscribe. And remember, sometimes the heroes aren't the ones in the spotlight. They are the ones hiding in the shadows. Thanks for watching.